Chapter 3. This prince was forced to marry for power but fell in love with a nobody. Nia didn't sleep after reading the note. She stared at it under candlelight, over and over again. 4 simple words, they know about you. She didn't know who left it, or when. But she knew what it meant. Someone from the palace had eyes on her. And the closer Prince Miko got to her, the more dangerous it became. She folded the paper and tucked it into the lining of her skirt. Then she stood up, quietly, and began packing. Her hands trembled. Not with fear. But with purpose. She reached under the mat where she hid her grandmother's old machete. She wiped it clean. Just in case. At sunrise, a message was sent from the king to the Eastern Kingdom: prepare your daughter. The wedding will proceed in 2 weeks. Miko was told during breakfast. No warning. No room for discussion. Your future has been decided, the king said without looking at him. There will be no more trips to the village. Miko's jaw tightened. So I'm a prisoner now. You're a prince. Act like one. The words echoed in Miko's mind. His spoon stopped midair. His appetite vanished. All he could see was Nia's face when she told him, peace won't come easy for men like you. He didn't know what the king would do if he disobeyed. But he was ready to find out. Zina could feel it. The pressure. The timing. She visited Miko that evening, dressed in red this time. Bold. Confident. We don't have to be enemies, you and I, she said gently. We can be partners. He didn't respond. You don't have to love me. But you don't have to fight me either. She reached out to hold his hand. He pulled away. I already know who sent that note to her. Zina froze. Just for a second. But it was enough. Tell your mother this: if anything happens to Nia, I'll burn down every deal this palace has ever made. Zina didn't speak. She left in silence. As she walked the corridor, she whispered to herself, let him try. She had a plan too. A darker one. Nia didn't run. Not yet. But she prepared. She stopped going to the market. She took different routes to the well. And at night, she placed a knife under her pillow. Her grandmother noticed. Tell me what's wrong, child. I think someone wants me gone. Is it that prince? Nia shook her head. It's the people around him. Her grandmother gripped her hand. Then be smarter than them. They expect fear. Give them strategy. Nia smiled faintly. Her grandmother had once been a midwife during the last border war. She'd survived worse. Together, they started hiding food. Stashing coin. Gathering herbs that could blind or burn. Just in case. Queen Zalaira watched the palace crumble from the inside. She knew her husband too well. The tighter he squeezed, the more the kingdom slipped from his fingers. She sent a private servant to the village under the guise of delivering medicine. But what she really delivered was a message. The queen sees you. You are not alone. Nia read it in silence. Then burned it. She didn't know if Zalaira could be trusted. But she knew the king couldn't. Zalaira, meanwhile, started placing her own people in key positions, a new maid in Zina's quarters, a replacement for the guard posted near Miko's door. The queen didn't need to raise her voice. She only needed to watch and wait. The Eastern princess was set to arrive in 5 days. The kingdom was buzzing with celebration. Flags were raised. Streets cleaned. Servants worked overtime. But Miko locked himself in his chamber. The only person he spoke to was his mother. Will you stand with me if I walk away from all this? Queen Zalaira looked at her son. Her eyes were tired. I can only do so much. But if you walk away, walk like a king, not a boy running from love. Miko looked toward the window. Past the hills. Toward the village. He whispered, then I need to find her. Before they do. That night, Nia wrote a letter. Not to Miko. Not to the queen. To herself. She wrote, I am not a mistake. I am not a target. I am not here to be hunted. If they want to find me, let them. I'll be ready. Then she buried the note under the floorboard. She took off her apron. And her earrings. Then, she stepped out into the darkness. Not to run. To prepare. She walked to the old shack by the edge of the village. The one no one used anymore. She lit a fire. And waited. At the palace, Zina sat beside her mother. He knows. Her mother poured tea calmly. Let him. He threatened to destroy everything. Her mother smiled. Then let him try. The camera would pull back now, if this were a film, to reveal a secret room behind the wall. Inside, a map of the entire kingdom. And Nia's name marked in red.